Hi everyone! So we've given you some ideas of how to notice your thoughts and feelings and what's going on inside, and how to have your thoughts, how to have your feelings and make some room for them. And we've started you off on the journey of figuring out the you that you want to be and what matters to you. Today I want to talk in week 24 a little bit about what we call values traps, because sometimes we hold on to our idea of who and what matters really, really tightly, and we don't pay much attention to the context that it's happening in. So with our teens, for example, we might notice that they want to be caring. Perhaps that's an important quality that they hold very near and dear to them, which is fine if it's a choice. So what I hear from a lot of teens is things like, I wanted to be caring with my friend, and they just broke up with their romantic partner, and even though I had an exam the next day, I felt like I had to talk to them till 3 in the morning, and then I'm tired from my exam, and now I resent my friend, and I don't really want to talk to them, and it just snowballs. Versus, how do I show that I'm caring in a way that feels freely chosen and it doesn't build up resentment? So perhaps I have to say no to being up until 3 in the morning with a friend. How do I do that in a caring way? But sometimes we hold on to the values in a really rigid, tight way, and it's like we want to use them all the time in every situation, and we don't think about the situation, we don't think about how it's affecting us, and that can be quite a trap. Some of the ones I hear from parents a lot are even simple little things, like you go to the store and the cashier says, do you want to make a donation? Maybe you do, and maybe you don't. Maybe you're just doing it because you want to save face, you don't want to be embarrassed, you think it's the thing you should do, as opposed to, this is an important thing to me and I'm choosing to give this money and it will feel awesome. So we can fall into what we should do, what others think we should do, quite easily. So in the next week or so, as you're interacting with your teen, I'd invite you to just notice when you're acting on your values in a way that feels like there's something you're choosing, and when you're acting on your values in a way that feels like an I have to or else. And notice the difference. Notice the difference in how it feels inside, and notice the difference in terms of the consequences or the impact, not only on your own feelings, but on the relationship between you and your teen and what happens next. If you can start to make that distinction between freely chosen behavior and the have-tos or the shoulds, and just notice what that's like, and see if you can find a little bit of a balance, if caring in particular is important to you, between caring for others and caring for yourself, which I know for a lot of parents, including me, is a really tough one to maneuver. It's like a line that just changes all the time. But sometimes when we care for others a little too much and we forget about ourselves, it's that same cycle of resentment that I mentioned with the teens. So see what you can do with this, and we'll see you next week.